All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the NBC Game of the Week. This game was played August the 16th, 1975. Hello, Brian B. and Kenyon. How are you two both doing? Trying to keep Tabby at bay. She's kind of had me made me move my computer, so you kind of see right here where my finger is. There's the edge of the laptop. Hello, Chuck. How you doing? And Doug. So, hello, Joel and Mr. Robert. Let me make sure everything looks. Let me put it on the computer first of all. I don't have it up on the computer yet, so that I want to see what you guys are seeing, so I can tell if I need to adjust anything. So let's take a look here and see how that will come up. Of course, this is the Red Sox and the White Sox from Comiskey Park. Hello, Ron. How you doing? Red Sox, White Sox, Comiskey Park, and let's take a look and see. Got kind of a. I really rather not have my laptop. You can see it right here where the dice tray is. You can see the edge of the laptop, but the little perch I usually put the laptop on, Tabby is occupying right now. So, kind of, if she will stay there and be quiet, I'll let her have that area, and I'll do something else. So, I'll adjust. But anyway, you'll notice here on the bullpens for both teams that they're rather slim pickings. The reason is on the next day on Sunday, the 17th, is a doubleheader. So we had to use some of their bullpen guys to start. So that's limiting the bullpens for both teams. For some reason, the Red Sox have a couple extra hitters. White Sox have one extra bullpen guy. So just the way it kind of works out. Three-man bullpen, yes. Well, I mean, it's because of the doubleheader schedule for tomorrow. That's the reason why. Starting pitchers for the Red Sox, visiting pitcher Roger Moret, or Rogelio Moret. I think he really is called Roger Moret. He started 16 games, relieved in 20, but he can face 28 batters. So he went 7 innings, I believe, in the real game. And, of course, the rubber-armed Wilbur Wood gets the start for the White Sox, and he can face 29 batters. So it's not inconceivable that both pitchers can go 7 to 8 innings to try to, not tax the bullpen too heavily. Let's look at the standings, and these are done by Replay PC Baseball Sim. So these are the standings as of today's game. Boston is a game and a half back of Baltimore and a full game back of the Yankees. Of course, depends on what they all do. The White Sox are not really in it, but the Boston Red Sox are, which is why I decided to use this game. And there you can see the standings on the East. Philadelphia trails Pittsburgh by a game and a half. And surprising, San Francisco is still hanging in there with Cincinnati and Los Angeles 6.5 back and 6 back. So not over, but it looks like the Reds probably will win that. The big race is between between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, although St. Louis is hanging around to be dangerous. Kansas City trails Oakland by 4. That's a two dog fight right there. And the 3-dog fight right here, Boston, New York, and Baltimore, which may go down to the wire. Next 2 weeks on the schedule, we have Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, a battle of division leaders, next Saturday from Three River Stadium. And then on the 30th, we got Kansas City at the Yankees. And again, Kansas City trailing Oakland by 4 games, and the Yankees only a half game out from Baltimore. So that's why I chose those games to be the next 2 in the particular NBC games of the week. So hopefully this one will turn out okay. We shall see. Tabby's still at base. I'm hoping she will stay where she is. Yes, Tim, congratulations on that. I mean, I know what a long season project entails. I've done a couple of them, so I know how laborious that can be. Sometimes you get frustrated and you want to take a break, and then you finally get back at it, and it seems like it takes forever. But then, much like a roll of toilet paper, when you get close to the end, it goes quickly. Hello, Dwayne. How are you doing? All right, you can see the outfield arms for both teams. You can see the adjustments that are made, so we don't do any arithmetic. And so that takes care of that. We got our dice, and it's all red and white. The White Sox have the powder blue, but that's when on the road. When they're at home, they're strictly red and white. So there is no powder blue here. This is strictly red and white. So that's what we're going with. Wilbur Wood will be finishing up the warm-up tosses, and leading off for the Red Sox is Juan Beniquez. There you see the starting lineups for both teams, benches and bullpens, of course. All right, I think we're ready to go. Tabby is kind of just sitting there and minding her own business, so hopefully, but sometimes when the dice start to roll, it kind of gets her attention, so I'm hoping that that won't be the case this time, but we shall see. Do one other thing here to check. That's about the best I can get it, I think. So hopefully everything shows up as good as it can get. And we're ready to go from Comiskey Park. Wilbur Wood with a knuckleball. 4-1 is a strikeout chance. 14, that's going to be too much, so there will be no strikeout. And Beniquez will swing. 6-4, and that is a star line 5, which is a fly to left field. So one left fielder flies to the other as Carlos May puts it away. One down. And that'll bring up the rooster, Rick Burleson, not to be confused with the red rooster. Hello, Bernard. How you doing? Wilbur, oh, Suadice. Let's re-roll that. Wilbur Wood's knuckleball got away from Brian Downing. 1-2. That's another strikeout chance. 7. That's a 5. Stadium doesn't add anything to it, so Burleson will get to swing. 2-3, and it's a ground ball to first base. Darren Johnson will take it to the bag himself. 2 up and 2 down. And that'll bring up Captain Carl Yastrzemski. Wood, 6-2, strikeout chance again. 14, though, is too high. He's a 13, but the stadium doesn't affect it, so Yaz will again get to swing away. 5-6, and he's going to pop it up to George Order at second base. And it's an easy 1-2-3 inning. 3 up and 3 down go the Red Sox here in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first at Comiskey. It is Boston 0, and the Chicago White Sox coming to bat. And Roger Moret, or Rogelio Moret, however you prefer to call him, will be facing Pat Kelly to start things out. Left fielder. Moret, 3-2, and that is a strikeout chance. That's a 9, and he will get him. So Pat Kelly out on strikes to start the ball game, and Moret puts him away. And that'll bring up Bucky Bleeping Dent, shortstop. Moret, 4-4, strikeout chance, and won't do it. Dent will get the swing. 2-5, that's a star 2, which is a fly ball to right field. Put away out there by Dewey Evans. 2 up and 2 down. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Ken Henderson, switch hitter. Batting from the right side against Moret. 2 lefties going at it in this game. 3-5. That's a possible error on a ground ball. So we'll go to Henderson and see if we get a ground ball. 5-6. It's a star 1, which is a fly to center. So that's going to end the inning as Freddie Lynn puts it away. And we have another 3 up and 3 down inning in the ball game. So after 1 complete, nothing doing on the offenses for either team. It's zip to zip here from Comiskey Park. Pudge, the original Pudge, Carlton Fisk, will lead off the top of the second against Wilbur Wood. 1-1 is a walk chance. 15, though, is too much. So we'll go to Pudge. 6-5 is a star line 6, which is a fly to center. Henderson puts it away, and there's 1 away. And we've yet to have anybody reach base. 7 up and 7 down so far. And here comes Freddie Lynn, Rookie of the Year and the MVP. One thing of note, and I really almost don't even want to bring it up, but when I think of Fred Lynn in 1975, I'm seeing him making all these great catches where he's going all over center field, running these balls down to make catches. But in inside pitch, he's only rated as a 3, which is average. And that's the same I've seen with other games too, not just inside pitch. I've seen History Maker and maybe some other ones. I don't know what Strat rates him, but it seems like to me, unless I'm missing something, he should be like a 4. But that's just a side note. But Not that it really matters, but just an observation. It's not a knock against inside pitch because I've seen other games do it as well. So he does have a -1 arm, which is good, but I just thought he should have been a 4. That's just my editorial opinion. And as we say, if you really wanted to change to a 4 in your world, go for it. But I'm going to keep it as is. Wood, 6-4, and that is a strikeout chance to a lefty, but 16 will get him because Fred Lynn's an 18. So he struck him out. Would have been actually been a walk chance to a righty, but with the lefty, it was a strikeout chance. So 2 up and 2 down. That brings up Dewey Evans, who is rated as a 4, where he should be, and a -2 arm, which is also where he should be. Strat had him as a 1. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. That's why we like Strat's ratings. All right, Wilbur Wood, 3-6, strikeout chance 10 against the lefty is too high. So we go to Evans. 5-2, and that's a double to left field. That's the first hit of the ball game. It is a 2-out double for Dewey Evans, and finally we have a base runner. Finally somebody reached base. A 2-out double by Dewey Evans, and that'll bring up the Coop, Cecil Cooper, the designated hitter in this game. First time I have him do a strategy roll. And nothing's happening. Got a 3, but Evans is not going anywhere. Wood to Cooper, 1-5. That's a hit by pitch chance. He's a 7, -3 is a 4, so no hit by pitch. And here comes Cooper. 1-1, and that's a single to right field. So a base hit for Cooper. If we look at the adjusted chart, a single to right to go from second to home, you add 2 to the base running rating because of the not so great arm in right field belonging to Pat Kelly, who's a +1. Then you add in Evans runs as a 3. With 2 outs, it becomes a 4. You get the +2. That makes it a 6. He will score without a throw. And Cecil Cooper has himself an RBI single. So all of a sudden, after all those batters were out, all of a sudden 2 consecutive base hits, and the Red Sox are in the lead. Let's see what Cooper can do. He's got an attempt of 1, so not likely anything is going to happen. It is not. So that'll bring up the second baseman, Doug Griffin. 1-5, another hit by pitch chance, but that's not going to be happening either. So Griffin will swing away 1-1 against a lefty. That's a split chance, but against a lefty, he's going to ground it to second base, and Order will make the play to end the inning. But they'll run, and they left a man on. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the second. Boston finally breaks through, and they lead it 1-0 over the Chi Sox. Yeah, like I said, RJ, I'm not really. I mentioned it in passing. It's not a nitpick or a complaint. It's just I've seen other games as well rate him, not Strat, but other games rate him lower than I thought he should be. But I'm just going by all the highlights I see. There could be other parts of his season where he was not getting good jumps. I don't know. So now, if he was a 2 or a 1, I'd really be, raising Cain about it. But 3, I guess we can live with. All right, Moret now has a lead to work with, 6-5, blank to a right-hander. So we go to Darren Johnson. 3-1, and that's a fly to left field, and Beniquez will put that away. 1 down for the third baseman, Bill Melton. Moret, 1-4. That's a walk plus to a righty, and so we get a first White Sox base runner. It is Bill Melton, courtesy of a walk on that walk plus result. Brings up Carlos May. Melton does have an attempt of 1, but not likely to come up. And as soon as I say that, it does come up. But the question is, do you want to send him? He's an 11. -2 from Moret makes him a 9. And then Fisk is a 0. So it'd be a 1-9 if you really wanted to send Melton. He did have 5 steals on the season, but it's a less than 45. It's a 45% chance. But with 1 out, you could have given him in scoring position. So I'm going to send him. 1-9, he'll make it. And of course, he gets thrown out on a 20. So no luck there. So caught stealing. It's going to go 2-6 as Burleson puts on the tag for 2 down now with the bases clear. And Carlos May. And you can question that decision, whether you want to send him or not. With nobody out, I probably would have held him. But with 1 out, I really wanted to get somebody in scoring position, but just didn't work out that way. Moret, 3-1, strikeout chance to a lefty. And he's an 8, but that's a 9, so no strikeout. Carlos May, 5-4, going to ground it. Ground it to first. So Yastrzemski will take it to the bag himself and end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the third here at Comiskey. Is still 1-0 favor of the Red Sox. Tomorrow night's game on the ESPN Sunday night game of the week is going to be the Houston Astros and the Philadelphia Phillies from the Astrodome. It'll be I believe it's Ben Rivera against Darryl Kyle, if I'm not mistaken. All right, for the Red Sox, number 9 hitter Bob Heiss, third baseman. Steps to the plate. Wood, 3-3, possible error on a ground ball. Go to Heiss. 4-4, and that's a ground ball to third. That's a 7. Melton's error rating is an 11, so that will be an error. Melton will boot it. E5 to start the inning. So Bill Melton booted that, and Heiss will reach. Heiss has no attempt, so he can't go anywhere as far as a steal goes. Juan Beniquez is the batter, but we will roll for pickoff chances for Mr. Wilbur Wood. And there's no 20, so no pickoff. Infield is halfway for the double play. Beniquez flew to left his first chance. Wood, 4-2, strikeout chance, and a 2, he got him. So nice strikeout there for Wood. That certainly helps the cause. Now a double play gets him out of the inning. Here's Rick Burleson. Burleson grounded to first baseman Johnson his first time up. Strategy roll 20, so we got a chance. 1's a balk, 2 through 9, and he picks him off. So Wilbur Wood must have had a really good pickoff. At 13, though, and Heiss gets back. So now Wood will deliver it to Burleson. 6-1's a blank. We go to Burleson's card. 6-3, it's a single to left field. Single to left field, and from first to third, it's a -1 effect. Heiss runs at a 3, that makes it a 2. So 1-2, and he will make it. He does not. He's got to hold at second base. So runners are at first and second with 1 out. And that'll bring up Yaz with a chance to add to this lead. Yaz popped to George Orta at second base his first time up. Wood with the strategy roll. Nothing happening. Wood, 5-5, blank. We go to Yaz. 5-6. It's a pop up to second base again. Infield fly rule. Second time he has done that. So infield fly rule. Nobody goes anywhere. Order's not going to try to drop it intentionally because the umpire's called the infield fly rule. So now there's 2 down for Pudge Fisk. He flew to center his first time up. Wood, nothing on the strategy. So we go to Wood to Fisk. 2-3, blank. We go to Fisk's card. 5-6, and he's going to single to center field. Single to center, you add 2. So let's see what the base runner is. Heiss is a 3. With 2 outs becomes a 4. When you add 2, it becomes a 6, so he will score automatically. So Heiss will come in. It's an unearned run. And now we'll check on Burleson going to third. To go from first to third, you lose 1. I'm sorry, first to third. That ball was hit. Where did it go? 6. It was hit to center. My bad. So it's a -1 to go from first to third. Burleson's a 3, but with 2 outs becomes a 4. -1 brings him down to a 3. So 1-3, he makes third base, and he does. So Rick Burleson will take third on the RBI single from Carlton Fisk. Burleson takes third base. Runners are at the corners, and it is now 2-0 Boston Red Sox, with 2 outs and Freddie Lynn, the batter. Fisk has an attempt of 2. 3, nothing. We're not really going to do anything with that. So Fred Lynn's going to swing away. Struck out his first chance. 2-6 is a range play. First range play of the game, but with 2 outs, the infield is back. Lynn, 5-4. That's a single to shortstop, but it's a range play for Bucky Dent. And Bucky Dent's range is a 4. So 1 to 4, Dent will make the play. And he does, so that's going to end the inning. We'll just say he flips to second base for the force. We'll call it a 6-4 fielder's choice. And that's going to end the inning. But the Red Sox do put on another run to take a 2-0 lead in the inning for the Red Sox. There were, let's see how many hits. 1 run, which was unearned, on 2 hits and an error. And they left 2 on base. So we go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 favor of the Carmines. And Roger Moret, the beneficiary of the run support. Yeah, Brian B., it is kind of odd that Rice is on the bench. I'm not sure what the reason was. Maybe he wasn't feeling well. Maybe just needed a day off. I don't know. Maybe they want to get Beniquez in the game in right field. That's the only thing I can think of. But they certainly thought they maybe could have DH'd Rice instead of Cooper. But I don't know. That's up to Darryl Johnson. That's his decision. So here comes Bill Stein, designated hitter in the game, facing Moret. 2-1 is a walk plus to a righty. And that will not do it because he's only a 6. Stadium adds 2, makes him an 8. The plus makes it an 18, but that's a 19. So Stein will not walk. But he will swing. 3-2, he's going to fly to left field for Beniquez to make the play. 1 away. And that brings up George Orta, second baseman. Terrible defender, rated as a 1 for his range. Moret, 6'5", is a walk chance to a lefty, and he does walk him. He's an 8. Stadium adds 2. Makes him a 10. That's an 8. So George Orta will draw the 1-out walk. Second walk issued by Moret. Orta has an attempt of 3. And it is a 3. So he's a 13. Minus 2 is an 11. So 1 to 11, he can steal it. They missed it on a 1 to 9. They're going to try it on a 1 to 11, see if they have better luck. And they do not. Carlton Fisk says don't even try it. Second time we had a caught stealing. And this one's going to go down to Doug Griffin to put on the tag at second base. 2 to 4 for the putout. 2 down, now base is empty again for Brian Downing. But it was a 55% chance and just got some bad rolls. Hello, Tuscany. Tuscany, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but Moret, 4-1's a strikeout chance. 10 will not get him. Downing's only a 9. Stadium doesn't change that. So Downing will get to swing. 4-6, it's a fly to right field. Evans puts it away. And it's not a 1-2-3 inning, but it turned out that way with the caught stealing. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. 3 in the books. And we've got Boston with a 2-0 lead. And now Tabby is putting her paw up here like she wants some attention, so we'll see if I can appease her without having a delay in the game. We go to the top of the 4th. Wilbur Wood back out. Will be facing Dewey Evans to lead off. Evans doubled and scored his first time up. Got the ball rolling for the Red Sox. Wood, 5-6 is a blank. We go to Dewey Evans. 5-6 again. It's a ground ball to short. Bucky Dent, or Bucky Bleeping Dent if you prefer, makes the play. 1 down for Cecil Cooper. Cooper had an RBI single his first time up. 3-5's a walk plus, so Cooper will draw the free pass. 1-out walk to Cecil Cooper. That'll bring up Doug Griffin. Cooper has an attempt of 1, but doubtful he'll go anywhere. He's not. So infield halfway for the double play against Doug Griffin. Wood to Griffin, 3-2, and that's a range play. So with the infield being halfway, they're going to subtract 1 from their range. We get a 4-1, which is a single to the pitcher. Wood's a 4. He's now a 3 with the infield halfway. I think, RJ, maybe correct me on this. The infield's halfway, but should that affect the pitcher or not? I don't know if that affects the pitcher, because it seems like the pitcher is always in the same spot regardless of whether he's halfway or not. as far as his range. So it does not affect the pitcher. All right, so he stays a 4. Okay, so he's going to stay a 4 for the range play. So 1 to 4, he'll make the play. And he does. Now the question is it a double play? Now you take 1 away when it goes to the pitcher. So this is a 2 minus a 1, makes it a 1, but then they're halfway, makes it a 2 again. And the pivot, with a batter that's batting right-handed, the pivot is going to be the second baseman. That's Orta. Orta actually is a pivot of +1, so that's going to make it a 3. So 1 to 3 is a double play. Nope, not going to do it. It's going to be a force play. They're going to force Cooper at second base for out number 2. So it's going to be a 1 to 4 put out. I'm sorry, 1 to 6 put out. No, 1 to 4 because the pivot guy was the second baseman. So it's 1 to 4 put out. My bad. 2 down now for Griffin. I'm sorry, for Heiss, but Griffin has an attempt of 1. And nothing's happening. So here's Bob Heiss. He reached on the error by Melton and scored his first time up. 6-2, that's a strikeout chance, and 3 will get him. So Wilbur Wood gets the K to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still 2-0 Red Sox. Here from Comiskey. Roger Moret back out. We'll be facing top of the order, Kelly, Dent, and Henderson. White Sox have had 2 base runners walk, but both have been erased on caught stealing, so Moret's have faced the minimum. 3-5 is another, let's see, no, I'm sorry, it's an error on a ground ball chance. 3-5, an error on a ground ball possibly. 5-4, and that's a star 4, which is a ground ball to third, and that will be an error right there. Heiss, no matter how good he is, that's a 1. Heiss is a 13, so it's definitely going to be an error. E5, and now each team has committed an error in this game. Boston in the real game committed an error. Chicago did not, but that's an E5 on Heiss. I'm assuming Petrocelli is injured this time of the season because he's not on the bench either. Kelly is a attempt of 4. To 20, so chance of a pickoff on a 1 to 4. 13 he got back. So Kelly is back with that leadoff error. So nobody out in the infield halfway for Bucky Dent. Moret to Dent. 5-3, and that is a walk plus, and so Dent will draw the base on balls. So a little sloppy here, an error and a walk to start the inning, and the White Sox are looking to get back in this game pretty quickly. Ken Henderson is your batter with runners at first and second and nobody out. Strategy roll again, nothing happening. Moret to Henderson. Infield halfway for the double play. 3-3 is a range play, so if you go to the infielder, they're going to lose 1 on their range. 1-3, it's a star 5, which is a ground ball to short, so it is going to lose 1 of the range factors. Burleson was a 4, he now becomes a 3. So 1 to 3, and he'll make this play. He does. Now the question is, can they turn the double play? He's a 4, which is not good for the White Sox. He's a 4. 0, halfway makes it a 5. Pivot, second base, Griffin's a 0. Anything other than a 6, and we got a double play. And we do. It's going to be a double play. Runner on second does take third, but boy, that takes the starch out of the rally there. That's going to go 6-4-3. Pitcher's best friend. Kelly will take third on the play, but now there are 2 outs and a lone runner at third for Darren Johnson. Moret again, strategy roll for a pickoff. Nothing happening. Moret to Johnson. 5-5, that's blank. We go to Darren Johnson's card. Whoop, the red die did not go through. Let's try that again. 4-3, and that's a fly to left to end the inning. So nothing doing there. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. So we go to the 5th. It's still 2-0 Boston over the White Sox. And the White Sox missed a golden opportunity there. Had the first 2 on with nobody out, and the double play kind of took the starch out of everything. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting thing there. It makes sense though, because if you're not going to give the plus, if you're not going to give the first baseman credit for playing double play depth, then you shouldn't penalize the base runner. So that's a good thing to know going forward. Good thing to know. See, no matter how, and RJL will tell you this, no matter how often you play this game, it seems like you're always learning a little nuance here and there. And the more you play it, the more you learn, and the more fun the game is. All right, here's Beniquez. Beniquez is 0 for 2 in the game. Wood 4-1, strikeout chance 13 too much. We go to Beniquez. 3-6, it's a fly to right field, and that's easily put away out there by Mr. Pat Kelly. 1 down. For Rick Burleson. Burleson 1 for 2 with a single. Three is a single if he's tired, but he's not tired, so Burleson will swing. 6-5, it's grounded right back to Wilbur Wood. Easy play, 2 up and 2 down for Yaz. Two, 3 is a blank. We go to Yaz. 1-2, star 2 is a ground ball to short. Dent makes the play. It's 3 up and 3 down. Go the Red Sox. Go the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Boston. And coming up for the White Sox, it'll be Melton, May, and Stein against Mr. Moret. Melton trying to atone for the error in the 3rd inning that cost him a run. Moret, 6-5 against a right-hander is going to be a blank. Go to Melton. 4-1, that's a fly to center field. Fred Lynn puts it away. 1 down. Brings up Carlos May. Left fielder, grounded to Yastrzemski at first, his first time up. Moret, 3-5, that's an error on a ground ball, possibly. And here's Carlos May. 6-6. Star 6 is a fly to left, so that's 2 down. One of the weird things about when you have the D20 the same color as one of the dice, it kind of threw me off there a little bit. But it's a fly to right field on the star 6. I'm sorry, fly to left field on the star 6, my bad. It's an out, that's all that counts. All right, here's Bill Stein. 6-1 blank again for Moret, so we go to Stein. 3-1, it's a grounder to 3rd, and this time Mr. Heiss is up to the task. Makes the play, and it's a 3 up and 3 down inning for the Sox. We go to the 6th. It's still 2-0 favor of Boston. And it's a good thing they're pitching well, the starters, because there's not much in the bullpen. So hopefully we won't have to waste, go to the bullpen a whole lot. All right, so top of the 6th we go in a 2-0 ball game. And Pudge Fisk singled and was erased on the fielder's choice. First time up. 5-3 is a blank. We go to Fisk. 1-6 is going to fly to center. And Mr. Henderson is there. 1 down. For Freddie Lynn. Lynn is 0 for 2. Strikeout in the fielder's choice. Lefty on lefty matchup. 1-4 is a blank. We go to Fred Lynn. 2-3, and that is a ground ball right back to Wilbur Wood. 2 up and 2 down for Dewey Evans. Wood, 4-1, strikeout chance, and he got him. So 1-2-3 inning for Wilbur Wood. And we go to the bottom of the 6th, still 2-0 favor of the Red Sox. I can't say the Sox because they're both Sox. So I got to be careful. If they're playing other teams, I would have said Sox just to abbreviate it, but you can't do that when there's Sox versus Sox. So here's George Orta to lead it off against Moret. We got Orta, Downing, and Kelly due up. Orta walked and was caught stealing his first time up. Moret 1-3 is a range play, so we're going to Orta for the range play. Orta 1-6 is a single to second, but it's a range play. The range at second base is Griffin a 3, a 1-3, and he takes the hit away. And he does. So Orta is robbed of a base hit by a nice play by Mr. Griffin. There's one away for the catcher, Brian Downing. Moret 3-6 strikeout chance, but 15 is too much. We go to Downing. 2-3. It's a star 2, which is a fly to right. Evans is there. 2 down. Moret 5-5 is a blank. Go to Kelly. 1-2, star 6 is a fly to left, and Beniquez makes the play to end the inning. Another 1-2-3 for Moret. 6 innings are in the books. Score is 2-0. And without saying anything weird, there's another 0 on the White Sox tally sheet besides the runs, and that's all I'll say about it for now. Top of the 7th we go, and Wilbur Wood facing Cooper. Cooper DH is singled and walked. 5-4, that's a strikeout chance, but 17 is way too high for that. Cooper 4-2, that's a fly to center. Henderson is there, 1 away. It's going to bring up Doug Griffin, who made that nice play at second base last inning. 4-5, and that is a walk chance, and he will walk him. So Griffin draws the 1-out walk. First time he's been on base. His attempt is a 1, but nothing's happening. So Griffin will stay put. Here's Bob Heiss. This is batter number 27 for Wilbur Wood. He can face 29. Hello, DJ. How are you doing? 1-4 is a blank again. I'm getting a lot of blanks on these starting pitcher cards. Here's Heiss. 2-3, grounder to third, and they are at double play depth. He's a 3. With double play depth makes him a 4. The pivot Orta is a +1, is a 5. So 1-5, it's a double play. And they turn it. 5-4-3 around the horn to end the inning. Nicely done by Melton and Orta. And it's nothing doing for the Sox. They get a walk, but they didn't leave anybody on. And we already are at the 7th inning stretch, believe it or not. Only been streaming for 38 minutes, and some of that was introduction. And we're at the 7th inning stretch already. But I don't, feel any kind of fatigue because the game's been going by so fast. But just, we are at the 7th inning stretch, so I might stand up and stretch just for a second. And a shameless plug coming in the 7th inning stretch, which is never shameless. And it is Miami at the Cubs, the late Jose Fernandez against Jason Hamill. And that will be from Wrigley Field in Chicago. 2016 inside pitch. I think Tabby wants to leave the room. Now she's coming back. I thought she wanted me to open the door for her, but now she's coming back. So let's do this, Tabby. It's a good time to get this out of the way on the 7th inning stretch. How about that? We'll get it out of the way in the 7th inning stretch. We'll get the Tabby side. No, I didn't say sit down. I said just kind of show yourself and then go away. I didn't say sit down. Probably messing up. It looks like you're messing up the. Let's do this, Tabby. Nobody wants to see that part of you. Maybe they'll see your face, but they don't want to see that part of you. So let's do this. I got to really rearrange things here very quickly, but anyway, there you go. They at least can see your head now instead of the backside, which nobody really wants to see. Are you done now? Are you finished? Okay. Hopefully now that will appease her, and she will be good the rest of the game not to interrupt. So I've kind of scheduled my interruptions. Hopefully that will take care of any future interruptions which might have come up. So let's see about see if I can fix the focus here somehow. I know they got messed up on the focus. Let's see if that's fixed now. A little bit better, I guess. I don't know. Try it again. See if that helps. I guess it's about as good as I'm going to get it. All right. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. And leading off for the Sox is Bucky Dent. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Moret can face 28 batters. He has faced only 19, so he's really good. The pitch from Moret, 4-4 is a strikeout chance, but 18 is too much. Here's Bucky bleeping Dent. 1-5 is a single past third base, and there goes the no-hitter. Bottom of the 7th, must have been the curse of Tabby. It took away the no-hitter. Still feels like this is maybe my computer's. Yeah, my computer's got clicked off incorrectly. That's why it's looking so bad. Let me get it back over here. Try it this way. Yeah, there we go. That's better now. But yep. Well, I asked you about that one time before, RJL. Do you mention it during the game? And you said yes, you do. You don't shy away from it. So I kind of sort of mentioned it. I said there's another column. There's another statistic on the Sox, which is a 0 besides the runs. So I didn't use the 2 words no hitter, but there you go. So Bucky Dent is on with that single to center, or single past third rather. His attempt is a 1, but do you really want to try to steal? You've already been caught twice. Not going to happen. So Bucky Dent with a leadoff single, and that brings up Ken Henderson. The infield is halfway for the double play. 2-5, and that's a strikeout chance. 13 too much, so Ken Henderson will swing away. 6-4. It's first time we got into a question mark result. Question mark left field against a left-hander goes to 12. That's a 2. That'll be a single to left field. A single to left by Ken Henderson. Bucky Dent runs at a 3 for Boston. When you single to left going from first third, you lose 2. So has to be a 1 for Bucky Dent to make it. And he does. How about that? He makes it. And now, since that's a 1, there's a chance that the batter, Ken Henderson, can advance. His base running rating is a 3, so if we roll a 1, 2, or 3, he'll make it to second base. He does not. He's got to hold at first. But runners are now on the corners for the Sox with nobody out, and this is their chance to break through right here. Sox infield is back for the double play. They will give up the run to get those 2 outs if they can do it. Moret now, first time he's really been in danger. Strategy roll. That's a 1, but I don't think they're going to have Ken Henderson. He could steal, but it'd be a 1 to 11. And you've already been caught twice, so I think they're going to call that one off this time. Fool you twice, and you do it a third time's a charm. We're not going to try the third time. We're going to let Darren Johnson swing away, although his double play rating is a 4. So that makes you wonder. Well, they're going to go ahead and let him swing away. Moret, 6-6 is a strikeout chance. 11 gets him. So Darren Johnson out on strikes. 1 away, and now there's 1 out. Now, if you get a chance to steal, maybe you do it. I don't know. Here's Bill Melton. 19, nothing happening. He's definitely not bunting. Moret, 1-5 is a walk chance, and he will walk Melton to load the bases. Bases are loaded with White Sox with 1 out. And up comes Carlos May, lefty on lefty matchup. May can hold his own against lefties, though. Brian, I just figured in the way the game was going, and 1, we're not going to steal home. They've had 2 caught stealings already, and you're down 2-0, and why run yourself out of an inning? Moret to May, 6-1 blank. We go to May's card. 2-4, and that's another question mark, but against the lefty it goes to 9. That's a 7. That's going to be a single to left field. So the White Sox will at least get on the board as Bucky Dent scores. Henderson runs at a 3, single to left to score. You add 1, So that makes him a 4. So 1 to 4, and he will make it. And he does. So it's a 2-run single from Carlos May, and the game is tied at 2 just that quickly. Just that quickly it's turned around, a 2-run single. Now Milton, I don't think he runs at a 2, and that was not a 1, so he can't. He's going to have to stop at second base rather. So actually he should be here. Runners at first and second with 1 out, and Bill Stein, the designated hitter, steps to the plate, and now all of a sudden Moret might need relief. They got 2 righties in the bullpen, Segui, and they've got Willoughby. Segui is loosening in the bullpen. Nothing on the strategy. 6-2 is a range play at the park. First time I've gone to I think it's the first time we've gone to Comiskey Park in this game. It's a range check. 5-6, and it's a rare play. Wouldn't you know it? It's a rare play. Go figure. Rare play with the bases loaded. Not bases loaded. Runners on base, I should say. Runners on base, rare play. This could be interesting. 55, men on base, rare play. Deep fly to right field caught. Runner on first has to backtrack back to first. Roll 1d6 if higher than base runner plus outfield arm -1, then out. Otherwise safe. Okay, I got to digest this. First of all, Dewey Evans makes a nice catch on the Bill Stein flyout for out number 2. Now the question is, can they double off the runner, Carlos May? May runs at a 3. Evans's arm is a -2. So let's see, 55 says, all right, so it's base running plus outfield arm. So 3 plus a -2 is a 1, and then -1 is a 0. So he's automatically doubled off as far as I can tell, RJL. You can correct me if I'm wrong here. But on this 55, it says roll 1d6 if higher than the base running plus the outfield arm -1, then he's out. Well, the base runners are 3, the outfield arm's a -2, and then the -1 makes that a 0. So to me, that's a 0, and he's automatically out. It's automatically a double play, or do you have to roll it and say you have to have at least a 1 chance that where there can't be a 0? I don't know. He is out. Okay, automatically double play. That's what I thought. So he's going to get doubled off. So Carlos May is going to be doubled off 9-3 for the double play to end the inning. So a wild one there. That's why it's a rare play, I guess. So, but the Sox tie the game with 2 runs. That 2-run single off the bat of Carlos May. So he did well on the 2-run single, but then he gets doubled off on the base paths. So for the Sox, they get their 3 hits. The first 3 hits of the game all come here, and they leave 1 on base. So at the end of 7, we are tied at 2 apiece here in Comiskey. Now, we're getting down to pitcher fatigue areas. Sox do have 4 relievers in their bullpen, 1 lefty and 3 righties. Let's see, Wood has faced 27 batters. He can face 29. So they're going to start out with Wood back out there. He has done pretty well as of late. So they're going to let him start the inning against Juan Beniquez to start the 8th of a 2-2 game. 5-3 is a blank. We go to Beniquez. Whoop, the red die didn't make it, so we'll re-roll that. 5-6, and against the lefty, that's a single to past third base. So Beniquez, who hits lefties better, and it shows up right there, lefty on righty matchup, and he took advantage. Leadoff single, and he's got an attempt of 4. Nope, not going to go there, so he will stay put. And Rick Burleson, the batter. This is batter 29 right here, so he will be tired after this. They do have lefty Yastrzemski next, Fisk, and another lefty, Lynn. So you wonder if they're going to have Hamilton, the lefty, out there. They might have him in the bullpen. Not a bad reliever, actually. So, yep, they got Dave Hamilton, the lefty, loosening in the pen. Right now, Wilbur Wood will be facing Rick Burleson. 3-5, and that is a blank to a righty, so we go to Burleson's card. 5-3, it's a fly to center. Henderson puts it away, 1 down. Now Wood is tired. He has faced 29 batters. This is batter number 30. They're going to let him keep going, but he is tired. If he gets the parentheses result at either 1-2, 3-4, or 6-3, any of those 3 results, he will have to automatically come out of the game. First strategy roll. Nothing happening. Wood to Yaz. 6-4, he just missed it. 6-3 would have been a tire check. 6-4 is a strikeout chance, and he got him. So big difference there. What a difference the number makes. 2 down, and that brings up Pudge Fisk. And Pudge Fisk does significantly better against lefties, so I think the Sox are going to make that move. Chuck Tanner says that he's going to make the move to the right-hander out of the pen, Cecil Upshaw. Cecil Upshaw, a right-hander, will be coming on. That's going to be it for Wilbur Wood. Wood's going to go 7 2/3. So he did very well for himself. 7 2/3 innings. Giving up the 2 runs, only 1 was earned. So he's going to be in there to face Fisk now. So we'll scratch off Upshaw. Segui is still in the bullpen for the Red Sox. So with 2 outs, Fisk is your batter. Runner at first is Beniquez, and Beniquez will try to get a jump. It's a 1. He will get a jump. Beniquez now. Stolen base chance is an 8. +1 from the pitcher is a 9. Catcher, Downing's a -1, makes it back to an 8. So 1-8. Boy, do you steal with a 1-8? The odds are not. They're going to let Fisk hit. They don't want to take a chance of getting caught stealing. So I'm calling off another steal, believe it or not. So Upshaw will pitch. 5-1's a wild pitch, and it's going to move the runner up. He didn't have to steal. He got given a gift on a wild pitch. So probably a good idea not to steal. You got the free base anyway. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Upshaw now to Fisk after the wild pitch. 1-5, that's the ballpark card going to Comiskey Park for Carlton Fisk at bat. 1-6, the fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. So Upshaw did his job, kept the Red Sox off the scoreboard. Nothing doing in the 8th. No runs, a hit, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 2, and the question is, will Roger Moret take the mound? He can face 28 batters. He has faced 25 so far. So they're going to let him start the inning against the lefty. And I didn't realize my battery on my computer was getting so low, and of course my plug is downstairs. So brief timeout while I go downstairs and get my power cord, because I don't want the battery on my computer to go out in the middle of a game or at the ear end of a game. So quick timeout. Hopefully Tabby will stay away. She's on her perch, but hopefully she will not get on the table while I'm gone. So take about a minute to a minute and a half timeout while I get the power cord. And sorry about this, guys, but I need to do it or the computer's going to lose power. Okay, I am back. And Tabby has left the building, as they say, or left the room, so there will be no more interruptions from a feline. I should have had the Power cord already plugged in before I even started, but I thought I had enough power to get through the game, but obviously I did not. So misjudgment there, particularly since the game's going by pretty fast. So let's get this in here and then we'll get rolling. We are at the bottom of the 8th of a 2-2 game. Roger Moret can face 2 more batters before he tires. Actually, 3 more batters before he tires. Now we're plugged in and we are ready to go. So we won't have any surprise power outages. All right, so Orta is your batter. Moret, 2-1, and that's a blank to a lefty, so we go to Moret. 1-6, a single past second base, so how about that? George Orta, leadoff single. Brings up Brian Downing, the catcher. Orta's a 3 for his attempt. Nothing happening. This is batter 27 coming up for Moret. Downing, pretty good double play candidate with a 3, so strategy roll first of all. Oh, I already did the strategy roll, my bad. Moret to Downing. 1-3 is a range play. They are halfway in the infield. Downing, 4-6. It's a fly to right field. That's the range of Evans, who's a 4. So 1-4, and Evans will make the play. And he does. So Dewey Evans makes the catch, 1 away. Now this is batter number 28, Pat Kelly. He will be tired after this at bat, and Segui is ready to come in from the bullpen to face Bucky Dent, if Daryl Johnson so chooses to go that route. Nothing on the strategy rolls. Orta couldn't get the jump. Moret to Kelly. 2-1. That's a blank to a lefty, so we go to Kelly. 3-1. Ground ball to second. Possible double play. He's a 3. 0 there. Halfway makes it a 4. The pivot is a shortstop, Burleson, and his pivot rating is 0. So 1-4. We got a double play to end the inning. We do not. Runner advances on a 6. So Kelly is out. It's going to go 4-3 for out number 2. Orta does take second base. And now Moret is tired, and you can't afford to give up a tired single that would score the run to put the Sox in the lead. So that's going to be it for Moret. They really have no choice but to go to the bullpen. And they're going to right-hander Diego Segui. 2-5, 6 saves, 4.82 ERA. So Segui is going to be coming on. That's going to leave a right-hander Willoughby and a left-hander Burton as the only 2 bullpen arms for the Sox. When I say Sox, for the Red Sox, the remainder of the game. So Bucky Dent, big spot here, facing the new pitcher Diego Segui. Moret goes 7 2/3 innings, but he is responsible for the runner on second base. So he could get a no decision or he could lose it. So can't win it. Let's see. Runner on second is Orta, who has a 3. Well, he could, with a 1, he could steal third. So we'll roll it. Nothing happening. All right. So Segui to Dent. 1-2. He's not tired, so there's no single there. Bucky Dent, 3-3 is a fly to right. Evans puts it away, and the inning's over. Nothing doing for the Sox. No runs, a hit. And nobody left. Or 1 left, rather. My bad. 1 left. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 9th, tied at 2. So it's nice to have a close game again. Here, an inside pitch on the game of the week. Always nice to have a tight ball game where anything can happen. Coming up for the Red Sox, we got 2 lefties, Lynn, Evans, and Cooper. So you wonder if they might go to Hamilton here, and I believe they will. They're going to let Upshaw be just a 1-batter guy, and we are going to the bullpen for Dave Hamilton. So Hamilton it is. Upshaw went 1/3 of an inning and got his man. Nothing else. So top of the 9th we go. And it'll be lefty on lefty, Fred Lynn facing Dave Hamilton. Top of the 9th, tied at 2. here at Comiskey. Big game for the Red Sox. Doesn't really mean anything to the White Sox, but it's a huge game for the Red Sox. Hamilton 3-3. That's a walk chance. 11 will not walk him against a lefty. So Lynn will get the swing though. 5-1. That's a single past second base. So Freddie Lynn, a leadoff single to start the top of the ninth. And he's get the go-ahead run. He's got an attempt of 2. Nothing happening. So Lynn will stay put. And here comes Dewey Evans. And Goose Gossage is in the bullpen for the Sox, loosening. In case Hamilton gets into trouble. 1-2 is a walk chance, but 20 is not going to be a walk. Go to Evans. 2-3. And against a lefty, that is a triple to left field. Wow, he hit the tee there, a triple to left field for Dewey Evans, and that's going to put the Red Sox ahead 3-2. 3-2, still nobody out, and Goose Goss is trying to get ready as fast as he can. Dave Hamilton, not the answer apparently. Infield's going to have to play in. They have no choice. Strategy roll for a pickoff. Not happening. Hamilton to Cooper, lefty on lefty. 3-5, and that is a strikeout chance, and he got him. So that was a huge strikeout to get Cooper. 1 down, but with the righties coming up, that's going to be it for Hamilton. He will leave, and the Goose will come on. Goose Gossage will be on. That'll leave Vukovic as the only pitcher left for the Sox, for the White Sox, rather, should it go to extra innings. And they need somebody after Gossage. They would not have anybody other than Vukovic. But they're not worried about that right now. They need to get out of the inning. Keep it to a 1-run game if at all possible. Doug Griffin is your scheduled hitter. But the Sox are going to make a move to the bench, as we will have a pinch hitter, and it will be Denny Doyle. Now that a right-hander's in the game, Denny Doyle will take over for Doug Griffin, stay in the game to play second base. So Denny Doyle will be the new second baseman, and he will pinch hit for Mr. Griffin. So Denny Doyle, your pinch hitter, stay in the game to play second base. He's terrible at second base, though. So his defense is going to be lacking, but they want his offense. They want to get that insurance run if they possibly can. Runner at third, 1 down. Infield is still in. Goose Gossage facing. Oh, we'll check for a pickoff first of all. Nothing happening. Facing the pinch hitter, Denny Doyle. 1-3, strikeout chance. 8 will not get him. Go to Doyle. 6-6 is going to pop it up to second. It keeps it in the infield. So a nice job there by Goose Gossage to keep that from happening. Now, Heiss is your batter. He's a terrible batter, but he's a pretty good third baseman. And let's see, the only other third baseman they would have, I don't know if they have another third baseman. I think Griffin was their other third base possibility. Let's see, can Beniquez play third base? I thought he might have some third base time. He does, but he's not very good. But you know what? They really want that offense. So Bob Heiss, who's a .214 hitter, will be pinch hit for by Bernie Carbo. So we're going to have Bernie Carbo come in for Boston. And Bernie Carbo will be the pinch hitter for Bob Heiss. And what's going to probably happen is we're most likely looking at... Boy, who do they look at here? Most likely looking at Rick Miller coming to play left field for Beniquez, with Beniquez moving to third, I think is what they're going to play, or how they're going to attempt it anyway. It's the American League version of a double switch. So Carbo is going to be the pinch hitter. Beniquez will move to third. Rick Miller will come into the number 9 batting position in the bottom of the ninth. He'll stay in the game, or he'll be inserted into the number 9 position. He's got 4 range in left field. His error rating is a 16, but he does have 4 range, so they like his range. But they're looking for Bernie Carbo to get something done. Carbo Yeah, I guess Carbo could stay in left, but he's only a 3, whereas Miller's a 4, so I like Miller better. And I've got a lot of guys on the bench, so I think we can do that. So Carbo, Miller, and Rice. That'll leave the 2 catchers, Montgomery and Blackwell, on the bench. So Beniquez will move to 3rd. And then coming on here will be Miller in left field. So that's the way that'll play out. In the bottom of the 9th, you have Beniquez at 3rd, Doyle at 2nd, and Miller in left. And Willoughby will most likely be on the mound. So Gossage, strategy roll, nothing happening. Gossage to Carbo, 1-5. He's not tired, so there's no single there. Go to Carbo. 4-2, grounder to 2nd, and Goose Gossage got the job done. Red Sox do take the lead, but Gossage made sure it didn't go any further than that. After that triple from Dewey Evans. And the Red Sox have a chance to put the game away and finish it off here in the bottom of the 9th as Jim Willoughby will be making his appearance. And he'll be facing Henderson, Johnson, and Melton. So I don't know if there might be some pinch hitting, but I doubt it. There's not a whole lot on the White Sox bench, unfortunately for them. So Jim Willoughby, 5-2 with a 3.54 ERA and 8 saves. He will be in there to pitch. Segui faced 1 batter and got Bucky Dent. That's all he was required to do, and that's what he did. And he gets a chance for the victory. He can get the victory just by getting 1 guy out. Oh, Brian B., that's an excellent point. I didn't think about that. Let's see. The left fielder arm for Miller is a 0. Beniquez is also a 0. So actually, as it turns out, that didn't change because they're both 0s. Beniquez in left was a 0, and Miller in left will be a 0. So it's a good thing, though. I almost forgot about that kind of factor, but in this particular instance, it worked out where they didn't have to change anything. Let's look at the White Sox bench. I don't think they have a whole lot, so we may have to go with what we have. The only pitcher they have left in the bullpen is Pete Vukovich. Not very good. Lee Richard hit 200. So he's not very good. Pete Varney did hit 271, backup catcher. Niles Nyman hit 226, and Jerry Hairston hit 283. So if a pinch hit with anybody, it would be Jerry Hairston. He might pinch hit in this inning. We'll see. We will see. First of all is Ken Henderson. He's a 251 hitter. He did single and score his last time up, so you're not going to pinch hit for him. They may pinch hit for Darren Johnson, though. He's only a 239 hitter, and he's 0 for 3 in the game. So Jerry Hairston actually will pick up a bat and will hit for Mr. Johnson. So Jerry Hairston, and they'll play somebody at first base if it goes to extra innings. So it'll be Henderson, and then it's going to be Jerry Hairston to pinch hit, and then Melton. But Jim Willoughby trying to save it for the Red Sox. 3-2, bottom of the 9th here at Comiskey. Willoughby, 2-4, and that is a walk chance. 20, though, is too high. So we go to Henderson's card. 5-6, it's a star 1, which is a ground ball to Yaz. Easy play, 1 away. And the Red Sox 2 outs away. And now comes the pinch hitter, Jerry Hairston. 283 hitter on the season. No home runs, so he has no power, but he can get on base. Willoughby, 6-1, blank, not tired. Go to Hairston. 1-1 is going to fly to right field. Dewey Evans is there, 2 down. Sox down to the last out. And it is Bill Melton, unless they want to pinch hit with somebody else, but I just don't think they have a whole lot. Nyman is a lefty, but he only hits 226. I don't see a whole lot of advantage. Willoughby is a little bit tougher against righties in some instances. Boy, what do you do with this? Melton is 0 for 1. He's walked twice, so he can walk quite a bit. So I think they're going to stick with Melton. Stick with Melton, plus he's got decent power. If he happen to hit the home run chance, he could tie the game with 1 swing of the bat. It's really rolling the dice, but if Willoughby hits that 2-2 result, which is a home run, you never know. 6-3 is a blank. Would have had if we had pinched hit with the lefty, it'd been a walk plus. We had a walk, but that's a 1 anyway. No, I'm sorry, it's not a walk. It's a blank. So the left-hander would have walked. So maybe I should have done that. But let's see what Melton does instead. 4-1. He's going to fly to center, and the ball game's over. So he would have walked had I used the lefty, but hindsight 2020, as they say. And the Red Sox defeat the White Sox by the score of 3-2. 3-2 for the Red Sox. So they'll see what Baltimore and the Yankees do in their games today, but they will pick up at least temporarily a half a game on the other two opponents. Let's get the particulars on the ball game. Red Sox 3 runs, White Sox 2 runs. Both teams committed an error, and now we'll count the hits. 3, 4. Let's see, I believe I had the Red Sox for 6 hits. Let me double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually 7 hits. Got them for 7 hits. So 3, 7, and 1 for the Red Sox. For the White Sox, they didn't get their first hit till the 7th inning. They got 3 hits in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, so they ended up with 4 hits. 2, 4, and 1. So there's your game. Winning pitcher with 1/3 of an inning pitch is Diego Segui. The losing pitcher is Dave Hamilton, and the save goes to Jim Willoughby. 3-1, a 3-2 ball game favor of the Red Sox. Next week, as we look ahead, the next couple weeks actually, I should say. If we look 2 weeks ahead, if I can find what I did with it, there it is. Let's move all this stuff out of the way. I'll leave the score there temporarily. But for the next 2 weeks, this is what we got. Next Saturday's game will be from Three River Stadium. It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. I think it's Don Gullett against Bruce Keeson, but don't hold me to that. I think that's the pitching matchup. I know Keeson goes for the Pirates. I'm thinking it's Gullett for the Reds, but it could be might be Norman. I think it's a lefty. I just don't remember who off the top of my head. And then on the 30th, it'll be the Royals and the Yankees. I know Catfish Hunter pitches for the Yankees. I think Dennis Leonard pitches for the Royals in that game. So those are the next 2 Saturdays to look forward to. Next Yankee game, I'm trying to get back to that. Sometimes the payoff pitch, I'm wondering if people even, I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know. I'm just wondering how many people are interested in that because it's the Yankees and a lot of people hate the Yankees. But I will be getting back to that. I do have stuff all set up to go for the Yankees and the Orioles from Camden Yards in the next game in that replay. I actually have some standings as well. So not to divert too much, but we'll go over to the Yankee replay. This is the standings in the American League East. Yankees have the lead in the division by 1.5 games over Toronto, 2.5 over Tampa, 3.5 over Baltimore, and 8 over Boston. And for those who are interested in Aaron Judge, in 32 games, 123 at-bats, 147 plate appearances, he's got 17 home runs and 29 runs batted in, and he's hitting .260. So if you're curious about that, and these are, I'm using Digital Diamond to input all these stats from Payoff Pitch. And Digital Diamond is simming everything else on the 22 season because I'm not really doing a 22 replay. I'm just doing the Yankees, just seeing how Payoff Pitch. I'm testing the game engine to see how that does. In the game tomorrow night between the Astros and the Phillies, that'll be on the replay baseball, ESPN Sunday Night Baseball tomorrow night. It is the Astros and the Phillies from the Dome, as that will supersede the original game of the Braves and the Cubs. So I'm doing flexing like they do in the NFL. I'm flexing it to a game that's more pertinent to the playoffs. So there you go. That's what's coming in the next couple of weeks for the NBC game of the week. And for this game, Red Sox 3, White Sox 2. RBI triple from Dewey Evans at the top of the 9th. He is the player of the game, as he had the RBI triple in the top of the ninth to win it. And then the bullpen, Willoughby, held on and got the White Sox in order to get the save. So that's going to do it from here. Hope everybody enjoyed that presentation of Inside Pitch 1975 style. And like I said, tomorrow night will be the Phillies and the Astros from the Astrodome. Darryl Kyle for the Astros against Ben Rivera for the Phillies. And then sometime either Monday or Tuesday, probably on Tuesday, I will post or have a game with the Yankees and the Orioles 2022 payoff pitch as I get back in the swing of that and try to get that rolling. And then the Yankees after that, I believe they're in a little spurt where they play the White Sox and the Orioles on the road, and then they play the White Sox and Orioles back at home. So it's going to be a lot of White Sox and Orioles coming up here in the next few games. So won't show too many. I'll show one per series and then play the other ones offline and then put everything into Digital Diamond and update the stats and all that good stuff. But for the 75 stats, as we look here, again, in case anybody missed it, came in late, these are the stats from Replay Baseball, which is what I'm using to sim the 75 season. Red Sox with the victory go to 72-50. And to pull within one game of Baltimore, of course, depends on what Baltimore and the Yankees both do in their games. White Sox were never in it. But next week with Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, they're both leading their divisions. So it's definitely an important game, especially for Pittsburgh, because they only lead Philly by 1.5. And then the week after that, it's Kansas City and the Yankees. Again, they're right up there at the top. So that's what's happening in my world the next couple of days. Hope you are having a wonderful weekend wherever you are. Of course, if you're a football fan, whether it be college or pro, that's coming up soon too. You got exhibition games going on. Colleges will be kicking off on Labor Day weekend, full force. So I'm a college football. I'm sort of an NFL fan, but not really. I'm more college. Just prefer the college atmosphere and the college game. Although I do, follow some football in the NFL, but looking more forward to the college than I am the pro. But of course, baseball is doing well as well. Apparently, I don't know if the rule changes or what, but they're saying attendance is up, so I don't know. I haven't watched a whole lot of baseball this season, so I don't know a whole lot what's going on. Other than Shohei Ohtani as being Shohei Ohtani. All right, so let's go do it from here. Be sure to check out RJL tonight in his 2016 replay from Wrigley Field. It'll be the Marlins against the Cubs. And I believe it's Jared Fernandez against Jason Hamill, if I'm not mistaken. Jose Fernandez against Jason Hamill, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the pitching lineup for that. So, until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And Tabby says sorry about the interruption earlier, but maybe she's not sorry. I don't know. But anyway, until next time, enjoy playing every game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I'll see you all down the road.